Brittany, what we're looking at here is the CH-146 Griffon helicopter from the Royal Canadian Air Force, belonging specifically to the 424 Transport and Rescue Squadron. They operate out of 8-wing Canadian Forces Base Trenton, located in beautiful Western Ontario. Now this twin helicopter has a maximum takeoff weight of just shy of 12,000 pounds and a standard crew of 5. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And that goes without saying, because yesterday they were supposed to be a part of the practice that we had here. And earlier in the morning they were called away to a rescue mission. This helicopter does stay on constant standby even as they perform for us here at the 2023 edition of the Canadian International Airshow. Now folks, we're looking at pretty calm conditions here around Lake Ontario. Search and rescue missions very seldom happen in these kinds of conditions. It's usually because a boat is in distress or some hikers have gotten lost in the mountains in a storm, and 424 Squadron is called in to rescue those personnel and to provide medical assistance. So just imagine the high winds, big waves, absolutely worst conditions. And that's the kind of thing that 424 Transport and Rescue Squadron does for us when we get ourselves into trouble.
And you can see on the side, the door is open right now. So every once in a while, you will be able to see the team members looking out at conditions right now. But having to get out in the waves, in the rough at night, during the day. So this is really a great opportunity to see up close what our men and women do for us.
That's right, Brittany. 424 Squadron responds to hundreds of calls for assistance every year. Whether it's a marine vessel in distress or an overdue aircraft or an injured hiker, 424 Squadron is there to help. And it's important to emphasize that because this is a military helicopter, and yet it does so many things like search and rescue. And we're very, very thankful for the folks at 424 Transport and Rescue Squadron who risk their lives to make sure that we stay safe. Now today they are demonstrating the rescue of a person in the water after a vessel has sunk. SAR techs you may have seen were deployed quickly from 10 to 5 feet above the water, and their job is to secure and assist the person in distress. The flight engineer then operates the hoist and uses precise conning to direct the pilots to hover over the patient as well as the SAR techs. And that's exactly what we're going to see right now. They're deploying the hoist, and you can see that they are lifting the diver out of the water. Someone went for a swim today.
The other thing, Ken, we were talking with them, and they had said when they jump outside of the helicopter, it's really important to keep your focus out on the horizon. If they look down at the water, it's a face plant. So it's really important as they are there that they look straight ahead and jump out.
And look at how steady our pilots are holding that helicopter at exactly the same altitude. Again, I want to emphasize that we've got calm conditions here. Try keeping that helicopter at the same altitude, the same pitch, and not lose control of it. That's what they do in these kinds of rescue missions, and it takes a lot of skill, a lot of hand-eye coordination. Kind of equate flying a helicopter almost like playing the drums. You've got one handle or one hand on a stick. You've got the other hand on a collective that controls the power and altitude. And then you've got both feet on 2 rudder pedals. And there you see our SAR techs being slowly hoisted into the helicopter. And as we watch that, Brittany...
Waving. Look at this. They are giving us a big wave.
Brittany, why don't you introduce us to our crew here today?
Aircraft Commander Captain Derek Pickavet, First Officer Captain Josh Wright, Flight Engineer Master Sergeant Yannick Lord, SAR Tech Sergeant Josh Terry, and SAR Tech Master Corporal Jeff Boyd.
You see that they have hoisted the SAR techs back into the helicopter. And in just a few moments, you're going to see that helicopter depart the area. In an actual search and rescue mission, they would obviously transport the folks that are in distress to a hospital or some other secure location.
And for the viewers joining us live, what an incredible opportunity. And the search and rescue from the water, absolutely incredible. If you didn't see, the SAR techs as they were coming out, giving us a huge wave. They love being able to showcase what they do on an everyday basis. And Ken, we have so much more coming up. We are not even halfway through the show. Absolutely incredible. In the Pits 12, we will welcome in an RV8 from Mr. Ken Reeder. We will have the Chinook. I can't wait. Look at the spotlights on. Coming back around. This is a great opportunity to get out your cameras, take a photo as they are circling around and down our show line. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a wave as they point the nose towards our show line. Absolutely incredible demonstration. Again, we have so much more coming up, and wrapping up the show, we will have the CF-18 along with the T-33, and last but certainly not least, the Snowbirds.
This year, the Airshow team are recording a ton of behind-the-scenes footage and interviews with performers, even some of the bloopers.